Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. This is Make It Personal, and I am, of course, Pastor Terrell. I thank you for tuning in, and I do wish I'd get some more feedback from you guys. I see a lot of views, and every once in a while, it's really encouraging because I'll be around town and someone will say, "Oh, I saw that video and it blessed me." That encourages me, but give the glory to God, and that is the most important thing. If you have any questions, comments, please reach out. If you comment directly on this video, it's not a comment thread that is I check very often, but please feel free to email manningchurch@gmail.com with any questions you might have. I'm going to be doing a series this week, and I want you to turn to the book of Matthew chapter 5. In verse 23, it says, Jesus was going throughout all Galilee, teaching in their synagogues and proclaiming the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every kind of disease and every kind of sickness among the people. The news about him spread throughout all Syria, and they brought to him all who were ill, those suffering with various diseases and pains, demoniacs, epileptics, paralytics, and he healed them. Large crowds followed him from Galilee, the Decapolis, and Jerusalem, and Judea, and from beyond the Jordan. When Jesus saw the crowds, he went up on the mountain. After he sat down, his disciples came to him. He opened his mouth and began to teach, saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." When you hear this word blessed, what comes to mind? Things like benefits, things like favor. What comes to your mind when you hear the word blessed? Because I'm going to teach you today what the word means and what you should be thinking of when you hear this word. The Greek word, and I say that because when this was written, it was written in Greek. Excuse me. The Greek word, if I'm pronouncing it right, is makarios. And the base definition of the word makarios is a position of happiness that is to be envied. Do you know God has blessings for you to such an extent that he wants other people to envy what you have? It describes a state in which a believer is positioned to receive God's favor. And this literally translates to God extends or God enlarges his own grace and benefits to surround the believer. And the best way I can describe it is this. If this is God and someone is believing in him, God literally enlarges his own benefits, his grace, to encompass more and more and more people. So it's not a matter of handout and God gives you something, but God literally embraces the believer, and in so embracing, his benefits naturally or supernaturally spill over onto that person. It happens as one receives and obeys. That's important too. Receives and obeys the inbirthings of faith. In the book of James, it does caution you strongly. You cannot just hear the word. You have to do the word. You can't just hear the talk. You have to do the walk. There is a work involved in receiving the blessings of God. It is not simply existing. It is not simply being saved. Because right here, Jesus is speaking to his disciples. He's speaking to those who have already committed their life to him. And he's saying, this is how you receive the blessings of God. It's not just about hearing. It's also about obeying. To hear the word and not act on it is absurd. It's like looking in the mirror and then forgetting who you are. Faith cannot yield unless there is some kind of work involved, a task, a deed. You say, well, I was saved without works. Well, it wasn't your works that got you saved. It was Christ's. You simply received the blessings of the work he did. And now Jesus is saying, if you want this blessing, here's what you have to do for it. It is a deserved thing. It's also an undeserved thing. But it is something that people will be envious about because, wow, look at all that person is blessed with. God bless you. We'll continue tomorrow.